Good afternoon, everybody. It is David Perlmutter from Quantum Listing, and it is July 10th, 2019, and we are here for our Haves and Wants 2.0 online marketing session. Uh, I am the CEO and founder of Quantum Listing. I am also a commercial real estate broker and have been in the business since 1986. I've developed about 1.3 million square feet of mostly retail and never any multifamily, which seems like I must have missed a boat somewhere because multifamily has been a terrific asset class for the last several years. Uh, in any event, I'm glad that you're here with us today. We'll be recording this if you have to jump off. We'll also be sending that around in addition to the listing report, which you can see on your screen now. If you have questions and you are muted, you can ask them in the chat box. I'll try to make the screen visible. So what you're looking at here is a listing report which was created via Quantum Listing. Earlier today, I went through some of the recent multifamily properties that have been added by our members, and I have verified, I think, 8 out of 10 of the ones that are available, but they're all fairly recent listings and hopefully are in fact still available. So let's get started. When I was selecting the listings, I had a few different things in mind. One was some geographic diversity, although it does look, according to the map, that I had an East Coast bias here, or eastern half of the country bias at least. But I was really kind of fascinated to see the diversity of types of multifamily. It's not something that I'd given a lot of thought to before, and so let's get started with presenting these. And if you have any wants, commercial real estate wants that you'd like to crowdsource here, please unmute yourself or put something in the chat box so that we can share that information with the people watching now or in the future. And again, when these are a little more interactive, it is always a good thing. All right, so our first property that we're going to look at today is a 80 unit senior living listing. And this is in Paxton, Illinois, and it is a listing from Buck Tamblyn. And so let's have a look at the different pictures first, and then we'll go look at the description. So from the pictures, it looks like the property is fairly well maintained. It's got a lot of parking. Okay, so, and this listing was syndicated by Buck through our syndication partners at Build Out. I think several of our listings today came to us through Build Out. And so there are 3 locations. One is in Gibson City, another Paxton, the other Hoopston. They're all on Route 9 within 30 minutes of each other, so it should make it relatively easier to manage than if they were further than that. They're fully leased at a 9 cap equal to $40,000 per unit. They're perfect for HUD 2530 rural development HAP assignment buyers. Properties are in sound condition. To retain occupancy, the buyer must meet Section 8 / HUD requirements. The Gibson City property has 24 units, Paxton 24 units, and Hoopston 32 units. The owner will not sell these properties individually. They must be sold as a package. The asking price is $3.2 million for all of them. The cumulative square footage for the properties is 52,500 square feet. We can see if there are any additional parameters that are here. The zoning is R3 and looks like they have a cumulative lot size of 5 acres. We can go have a look at the property website right here. There it goes, okay. And it looks like it's fairly consistent with the information that we saw just before. Buck Tamblyn can be reached at 815-549-4301. Looks like this property came on the market on June 28th, so it's a very fresh listing. And if anybody has any questions here, I would direct you to contact Buck Tamblyn directly. Okay, let's go on to our next property. All right, so this one is, again, we're sort of touching on some of the other elements of multifamily. I'm a New Yorker, and I bring my New York biases with me. So when I think of multifamily, I think of apartment buildings or garden apartments. I don't necessarily think about senior housing, although I ought to, because I just turned 57 yesterday. I'm not getting to senior housing yet, but one of these days I may be there. And our next property is a gorgeous mountainside manufactured home park in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Let's have a look at the pictures. Quite a beautiful view from here. And so that gives you a good aerial view of the property. This is a listing of Kevin Jennings, from Phoenix CRE. And Kevin is one of our newer members. And he describes this as a fantastic offering of a manufactured home park built out with POHs to maximize income / net operating income in a high-cost living area. Professional MHP developer operator moved from California to rebuild this park over the last few years. Significant investment capital has been poured into this redevelopment effort. Owner cannot keep up with the demand. 54 lots currently built out. The remaining 10 lots will be leased out with renovated homes, 5 of them, or new homes, 5, and is included in the contract asking price. He's telling us that the sale price is $4,300,000, and he is splitting a commission of 5%. And let's go have a look at the link. This is apparently a link to the offering memorandum. This is coming again from Build Out. Tell you what, while that's rendering, maybe we can look a little bit further here on the map. Let's see if we can get a sense of where this is located. So it looks like it is due east of Asheville along Highway 40. Actually, while we're here, I want to point out this button right here that says Explore Financing Options, powered by StackSource. StackSource is a partner of ours. By clicking that button, your potential buyers can explore StackSource's financing options. What happens is you put your parameters in and you send it to StackSource, and then they will check that with their financing partners, and they also will provide professionals to work with you or your buyers on this to hopefully facilitate closing your deal a little bit faster than if somebody is out there for the first time doing it all by themselves. Let's see if that offering memorandum got rendered. There it is. So looks very nice and thorough, and I don't think we're going to take the deep dive into this that it deserves right now, but I invite you to go to Quantum Listing and search this. And if you don't want to go to Quantum Listing, we will have Quantum Listing come to you when we email you the listing report and the replay of today's haves and wants marketing session. Okay. So let us go back to our listing report and have a look at our next property. And I'm going to, unless Rob Henry, are you with us now? I think Rob is going to be with us. We're going to come back to this property in Sarasota, Florida. All right, next up is Oak Vista Apartments, also in Sarasota, Florida. Let's have a look at the pictures. Okay, this is the properties here, it looks like. I'm going to reduce the size a little bit just so that we can see it without having to do scrolling. Okay, you can see that there's multiple units in this building here. So each of these buildings appears to have multiple units. This listing is from Phil Genesi and Kyle Keelan of Multifamily firm in Florida. It was syndicated to us through another one of our partners, Sharp Launch. Both Sharp Launch and Build Out work with you to create beautiful listing collateral or sales collateral, including flyers and any other marketing material, your offering memorandums, as well as property websites. All right, so let's go through the description here. It tells us multifamily firm is proud to present the exclusive right of sale for the Oak Vista Apartments in Sarasota, Florida. Oak Vista consists of 10 total units in 5 buildings on one parcel of land. It's conveniently located just north of Fruitville Road between Interstate 75 and downtown Sarasota. Residents are within close proximity of major retail corridors and employment centers. Given its closeness to downtown Sarasota, the property is situated in one of the highest demand submarkets and thus has significant upside to increase 40% of the units by an average of $405 per month per unit with minimum updates. So it seems like there's a good value add opportunity there. Over the past few months, ownership has done an excellent job of enhancing the curb appeal of the property as well as addressing deferred maintenance items. Some of the work completed includes exterior paint, new roofs, updated fencing, and landscape improvements. All said, the Oak Vista Apartments offering presents an exceptional value add opportunity in a submarket with explosive growth and proven rental demand. Okay, and here let's zoom out a little bit to give you a little sense of where we are. You're not too far from Sarasota Bay, and you can see it is indeed very close to downtown Sarasota. Okay. And you can reach Phil or Kyle at Phil at multifamilyfirm or .com and Kyle at multifamilyfirm.com. Let's see what their additional link gives us here. And this will give you a good sense of the type of beautiful web page that our friends at Sharp Launch can provide for you. The asking price on this property is $1,050,000. That gives you a cap rate of 6.38%. And if you can raise the rent that they project, it would bring it up to about 7.67%. The land area here is 0.95 acres, and the building area is 7,000 square feet. It was originally built in 1954. These are wood frame buildings with stucco and hip and gable roofs, and the roofs have new shingles this year. So it should give you a good indication that the buildings are being well cared for. All right, let's keep on moving. And we will come back to that opportunity zone. We're going to give Rob a chance to get here. And our next property is a multi-family investment opportunity in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I just thought this building is a great color. It looks very Southern classic. Very clean. Looks like it was recently refurbished. Nice new bathroom. Nice kitchen. And let's go on. So this listing is from Matthew Laborde of Elephant Realty and his partner Mark Segala. I believe I spoke to Mark a little earlier today, and it is definitely still available. Recently added a little less than a month ago. Asking price is $429,000. And let's go to the description. Let's look at the additional properties. There are 4 units in this property, and it is 75% occupied as of present. The building size is 3,682 square feet, and it's on a little over 0.18 acres. Excuse me. So this is in the Garden District area, blocks away from Government Street, and it's a historically strong and safe rental market. It's a perfect opportunity to purchase a revenue-generating property in the Garden District. The 4-unit building is approximately 3,682 square feet and located on Rittner Drive, just 4 blocks from Government Street, with close proximity to St. Joseph's Academy and Catholic High in a historically strong and safe rental market. This is a phenomenal opportunity to acquire your first multifamily rental property or an excellent addition to your investment portfolio. Let's go have a look at their website. Not sure what happened with this. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we have you can pretty much the same information that we just saw. That 0.18 acres translates to about 8,000 square feet. For those of you who didn't do the math in your head. Okay, and next up we have something a little closer to my home, although still a nice drive. And this is in Binghamton, New York. Binghamton is the home of the State University of New York, Binghamton, SUNY Binghamton, to those of us. And uh, the fact that this is presented as a student housing play tells you just how close it is to the campus. That's a nice touch, a little cutaway view of the property from the top down. I wonder how they did that. It looks like student housing to me, but pretty well maintained for student housing. There's Oprah. All right, and this is from Scott Warren. Scott has many other student housing and other multifamily properties in his listing portfolio. And let us read his description here. It is perfectly located student housing complex in the heart of downtown Binghamton, at the cross street of Court and Centenary, at the end of the street with the Kaufman Incubator, near Security Mutual. This is a very popular and attractive location for students in the heart of Binghamton nightclubs, restaurants, shops, and amenities. It is offered for sale as a great mixed-use complex sitting directly on Court Street at the end of Centenary. This is the location students want and are asking for. The building includes approximately 1,551 square feet of retail, along with 2 units with 7 beds in superb condition. This offering also includes a 0.09 acre parking lot in an area where parking is in very high demand. So that is a real bonus, and I'm sure it helps keep those rooms full. Let's see if there are any other parameters that we should know about here. 10-foot ceilings. The whole building is 4,652 square feet. So 3 units would be the retail plus the 2 residential units. It was built in 1965, and it's a high rent area. Projected cap rate is 9.59%, and the NOI is $57,460. And the asking price here is $599,000. So quite an attractive student housing property if that is something that is what you like or your customers like to own. Student housing is great in a lot of ways because it is fairly recession proof. And I think retail in these student communities because is also somewhat bulletproof because mom and dad always send the kids to college with a little bit of pocket money. Um, so our next property is taking us back to North Carolina. And this is, again, another facet of multifamily. And this is short-term vacation investment rental properties at a ski resort in North Carolina. Again, very picturesque. And it does look like ski resort property, although without the snow. And this is from Michael Hoffman, who of Tessier Associates. And Michael is another fairly recent member of Quantum Listing. and this has got an asking price of $2,800,000. A total of 27,796 square feet available. And here is what Michael has to say about this property. It's got 10 fully furnished townhome units on the top of Wolf Ridge Ski Resort in Mars Hill, North Carolina. It's got great short-term vacation rental history, beautifully constructed 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and 1 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath units with a loft, kitchen, 2 decks, upper and main levels, open living room, seating areas, stone, gas, log fireplaces, and dining area, fully furnished basement, a bonus room, laundry room, cables available, dishwasher, disposals, range, oven, refrigerator, ceiling fans, carpet, tile, wood flooring, wired internet. Satellite internet is also available. Large windows for natural light with long range mountain views. An additional 5.3 acres is available for future townhome development, and that would add another 400K to the price. So the price for the existing townhomes and additional acreage is $3.2 million. And let's take a zoom out a little bit and see if we can orient ourselves. All right, so it is due east of Dandridge and Knoxville, and west of Winston-Salem and Greensboro, and just a little bit north of Asheville. And it looks like it is in the Cherokee National Forest, or right on the edge of that. So looks like a beautiful location, and if you are somebody who likes resort properties, this might be the ticket for you or your customer. All right, next we have yet another facet of multifamily, and this is called a personal care home for sale, and it is in Covington, Georgia. It is provided to us by Donna Turner of Keller Williams. It is in Newton County. It is for sale. It's a 100% renovated personal care home located a short distance from historic downtown Covington. It's licensed for 8 beds. The property is up to code. It's state licensed. Its current owner is accepting new clients now, but there may be some availability for future owner to bring their own clients. The property next door is developed for a 25 client adult health daycare center and can be combined with this unit, with this property. Let's have a look at the additional parameters. 1,755 square feet. Owner is willing to provide some financing. Lease purchase joint venture is also an option for you or your clients. Brand new sprinkler and fire system that's fully furnished with all new furnishings. 4 semi-private rooms, a brand new kitchen with appliances, living room, caretaker room. It's a quiet location and convenient to downtown Covington. Okay, and I believe we have Rob Henry has joined us. Rob, I'm going to send you an unmute request to see if you would like to present your interesting opportunity zone listing now. Rob, how are
Yes,
you
can you hear
today?
me?
Nice to have you with us.
Doing well. How about you guys?
Very good, thanks. So
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm going to start showing the pictures here, and why don't you take us through this?
Okay. Well, this is an assisted living facility that's currently in operation. The owner is highly motivated, and it is in an opportunity zone, as you mentioned. It sits on 1.34 acres, and the actual building itself is about 3,500 square feet. 2,700 of that is under a roof, and then the remaining portion is a screened-in porch. So as you can see, there is plenty of room on the land to add to the existing operation, or completely build maybe a multifamily property if the buyer is interested. The current cap rate, well, actually, I'll back up just a second. The gross annual income is at 384,000, and then the current operator is providing the cap rate and the rest of the financials here over the next couple of weeks. I did get together with another local operator and someone's on the board for the Florida Assisted Living Association, and put together a couple of pro formas, which I can provide to anyone that's interested. This is a really unique play, and the owner is highly motivated. So this could be a very high cap rate play for an interested party. Sarasota is experiencing explosive growth, both from a population and median income standpoint, and also property values since the year 2000 in Sarasota alone have increased nearly 140%. So expecting that to continue since this is such a great place to live, and so this is a good investment, not only from a business and income standpoint, but a long-term property valuation standpoint as well.
And it looks like it's real close to downtown Sarasota and the water as well.
Yes, very close to downtown. It's in an area of an opportunity zone that you really wouldn't expect because of the proximity to downtown, and just easy navigation from Sarasota to Bradenton, also to Sarasota Airport, and to Interstate 75 for any needs there. And it really is in an ideal location. If I didn't have it listed myself, then it would be an attractive option for me. I could tell you that.
Yeah, it looks like a great piece of property. And it is very close to the 75. That's fantastic.
Correct. Yeah, it's right north of Fruitville Road, which goes directly to 75, and then you're about a mile from Highway 301, which goes directly to the Sarasota International Airport, just north of there. So very good location. Actually, the opportunity zone probably shouldn't be an opportunity zone where that's located, but we're lucky enough to get part of downtown in that area, in that census tract for what's designated here in Sarasota, and very excited about this offering. And like I said, I think it's a great opportunity for income and future development. And the future owner has a lot of options there with this property.
You know, it looks fantastic. And how should people get in touch with you, Rob?
They can get in touch with me via my cell phone. Is probably the easiest way. Text or call, and that's area code 352-631-4200. And then via email is good as well. And I think the email is there. You can see it there in the picture, rob.henry@svn.com.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate your presenting it, and you did an excellent job.
Awesome. Well, thanks, David. Appreciate you putting this on.
And tell you what, I'm going to share this right now. What's going on? Twitter. I was going to share it to Twitter, but I'll have to do that later.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, let's keep going. And our next property is a personal care home. What did we? No, we covered that. Sorry. So this would be our last property for today, and this is in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It is being handled by Andreas Senni from EAC Properties. Andreas is also a syndication partner of Quantum Listings with his new startup called the CRE Collaborative. And among the services that CRE Collaborative provides are data enhancement of your listings, and uh, they help integrate your commercial real estate technology stack. So, whether you're interested in this property or learning more about CRE Collaborative, contact Andreas. You can also watch one of the webinars that we've done together, and he's a terrific guy, and sure will be very happy to talk to you about either this property or his other listings, as well as CRE Collaborative. Uh, this location, it's located on Lafayette Park at the intersection of Oak, Center, and Madison Avenue. It's got close proximity to Route 8, Route 25, and I-95. And it also has good access to public transportation. The Ostermoor Development Project is an adaptive reuse of one four-story brick building connected to another three-story granite structure in the heart of the Hollow neighborhood. These two 19th century structures will be connected by a newly constructed brick and glass building. This approximately 150 unit structure is located on Lafayette Park, and the redevelopment of this residential structure will also include extending Lafayette Park into the courtyard between the three connected buildings. As investors in Bridgeport, Connecticut for 12 years, it is their hope that their developments will support the growth and vitality of city business and improve neighborhood safety. We believe that with the help of the city and local community, Connecticut Century Gardens and Ostermoor will provide opportunities and jobs not just to the other investors who will continually see the beauty and potential of Bridgeport, but to the people who call Bridgeport home. Bridgeport, Connecticut is a really interesting city. It's one of these old Connecticut mill cities, and it went through rough times, and it really is seeing a lot of reinvestment now. And I think there are great opportunities for people who are willing to get in to Bridgeport at this part. Some of the other things that they have provided is that there are over 1,000,003 people living within a 30-minute drive of downtown Bridgeport. Average household income is substantial. It's $115,000. 65,000 people work within a 5-minute drive of the property. 41.25% of the adults 25 and older have a bachelor degree or better. So it's an educated market. 156,000 cars per day pass this property via 95. It's got connections to the Merritt, to Route 8, Route 25, and it is easily accessible to both Fairfield and New Haven counties. You take the Port Jefferson, Long Island, get to Port Jefferson via the Long Island Sound ferry, and it's a pretty easy commute into New York City at an hour and a quarter. And it's a nice, easy walk to downtown, the arena, the amphitheater, and the attractions. When my kids were younger, we took them to see American Idol live at that theater in Bridgeport. Let's have a look at the pictures. I forgot to show that before. These are renderings, obviously, of the property. And you can see how they're talking, how they mentioned connecting a couple of buildings with a new structure, and also how they're bringing the park, the adjoining park, into the property via this nice courtyard. So this looks like another nice property. So I don't know if anybody has anything else they'd like to say. There's somebody who's participating by phone. Identified only as caller number one. I don't. If you have any haves or wants that you'd like to share with us, speak now. Otherwise, I think we're going to pause the recording. Uh, and thanks everybody for spending some time with us, and to Julia and Andres from my team for their help in preparing for today. And next week we have not one but two webinars. One is with Sarah Malcolm and from the Content Funnel, and Mark Kalkorf from Atypical, and they're going to be talking to us about commercial real estate marketing best practices, among other things. And we have that'll be Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and on Wednesday at 3 o'clock we have another webinar, and that one will be with Casey Flannery and Melissa Alexander. Casey and Melissa have gotten a lot of great publicity recently. They started on Twitter something called CRE Chat Live, Commercial Real Estate Chat Live, and every Wednesday afternoon they have this Q&A on Twitter, and they've been really building a wonderful community around that. They're now doing a podcast which goes back and analyzes what happened in CRE Chat Live as well. They have been very fortunate to be mentored by very wonderful people, and they are paying it forward. And they're from the Tennessee market, and really have a great bead on their local markets. So I encourage you to tune in for both Tuesday and Wednesday webinars, or if you can't make it in person, be sure to sign up and we will forward the replay to you afterward. We've got some other really exciting things happening on Quantum Listing that we'll be announcing soon. And so make sure you whitelist our emails so they don't end up in your spam folder, because we are doing some pretty cool stuff, if I say so myself. And that is all for today. Thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you here online real soon at either one of our webinars or Quantum Listing Have and Wants 2.0 marketing sessions. Have a great rest of the week, everybody.